Welcome. Today, I'd like to talk to Chris Hamilton. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. We've had a lot of journeys together with Pocket Experts and putting a lot of your content into Pocket Experts. It's been exciting over the last year or so. And as we develop this, I'd like to introduce you to the members. And why don't you give us a little bit of information about yourself and tell us who you are?
Yeah, my background is I'm a CPA, certified public accountant. I started off in a traditional CPA firm doing traditional CPA work, tax returns and financial statements. And over the years, my career has developed into a very specialized practice and expertise of forensic accounting, business valuation. I'm retained almost exclusively now by legal counsel to assist them in complex civil litigation. And that involves damage calculations and valuing intangible assets. So that's the world I traffic in. I spend a lot of time in and around court or preparing for court.
You know, it's been amazing. We've known each other now for a little over 30 years, teaching business valuators on how to value companies for the NA-CVA designation as a CVA. And that's how we first came into existence together. And it's been a wonderful journey. Let's log on to Pocket Experts and we will show you exactly on how to find your content. If you go to a member, you log on as a member. You go up here into webinars and you can literally just search for Chris. And 31 events have come up that you have put in content on a variety of different types of topics, right? From understanding multiples to economic damages to assessing the difference between price and proceeds. What a discussion that was. Being able to understand the difference between what the actual purchase price is and what I actually get to keep when I'm trying to exit my company. That was an amazing discussion. And you continue to go through the different types of information that you had put in that all the members can have access to. Why do I need financial statements? That was another great discussion as to how to use financial statements and actually work it in your business to not only be able to control and operate your business, but to go forward. Would you like to give us a little bit of insight on the content that you put in here and the impact it can have on business owners?
Yeah, all of this content is designed for the small business owner. My approach to all of this is to pick topics and do a presentation that is within reach of somebody who doesn't, like Mark referenced, go around the country and teach this stuff, but somebody who's an expert in manufacturing, let's say, a widget, and they're not an expert in these things, but they need to know this information. And so the topics were picked with that in mind, and the presentation is done so that you can listen to it, get a grasp of the concepts. And at the end of each of these, we give you kind of an action plan of here's some steps you can take to implement what you just heard. And we try to do it in a pretty concise format. It's something that I typically, when I'm asked to do this, I'm paid a lot of money to give this kind of counsel. The great thing about Pocket Experts is you get a shot at it for the price of the session. But the even better thing is that you can go back and listen to it a second, third, and fourth time. You can play it for your staff. So if there's something in there that's helpful and it goes by too quickly, if you're sitting in my office, once it goes by you, it's gone. In Pocket Experts, you can go back and listen to it again.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of this. And that all of these were recorded with that in mind. So they're loaded with information. It goes by really fast, and we're comfortable doing that because we know you're going to be able to go back and listen to it again if you want to.
Yes. And, you know, that's important that once you purchase one of these events and it goes into your library, it stays in your library for the life of your membership. And that could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be for a lifetime. And you can listen to it, like you said, over and over and over again and share it with your staff over and over and over again for the one price of admission. Once it's in your library, it's yours to use over and over and over.
Yeah, and these topics, I'm looking at the topics on the screen right now, the competitive advantage and overview of senior management. You got to look at these in the context of who's doing the presentation, which in this case is me. I'm not talking about it from a managerial doctorate level. I'm talking about it from the level of how do you increase the value of your business? How do you drive value? So developing senior management is, I'm not a management expert. I'm a valuation expert. And once you know that, then you know the content you're going to get is why senior management development is a key component of driving the value of your business. Because my assumption in all of this is that the small business owner understands they want to grow the value of their business.
Yes, and we had a great discussion on how to maximize value, right? And understanding value drivers. And that's one of the examples that we put up on YouTube for the business owner to look at for free. And you can go in there and watch that entire video on how to maximize value, which is the underlying foundation of a lot of the discussions that we've put into this process. But the secret there, Chris, is to teach the business owners not only to be aware of all of their decisions in every one of those drivers, but how they ultimately impact the value of the company so they can actually control where the value of their company comes out at the end of their career and not be surprised. True?
Yeah, look, you spend a lot of time developing that your small business. It's maybe not so small anymore. It's the biggest asset you own. There's, in that session we talk about, there's two drivers, just two, to increase the value of your business. And so that presentation is done. We want you to feel like you're in control of the value of that biggest asset in your portfolio and how do you maximize it. And I think it's a really helpful session for a small business owner.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Chris, this has been outstanding. Thank you for spending a couple of minutes with us. I hope our members know who you are and watch one or two of his events, and I guarantee he'll be one of your favorites. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.